I'm Todd Grisham. Enzo the Big Mac Maccarinelli, an Italian that fights out of Swansea, United Kingdom. Alexander Usyk.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red...
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Beautiful counter shot. That punch lands. Drop their guard, they get caught. The crowd has settled into their seats. They are ready to see something special at this amazing venue.
You're getting everything tonight. You know what? When you're in the theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making excuses because you're going to be so transparent. All laid out there.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Maccarinelli got caught. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Start respecting each other's punching power. A perfect counter lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch caught him clean. That big hook doesn't land. Usyk. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Maccarinelli in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow.
There's the bell to start round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And that hook misses. Beautiful counter punch. How about that time counter shot? They both want a highlight reel knockout. They figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Disaster averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Macronelli now. There's the bell for round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a score. Did you see that? Macronelli. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And down goes the Mac. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Macronelli might go down here. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Macronelli in that last round. Switch on. And there's the bell for round 5. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very...
I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
I need to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you continue.
Oh, right there. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. Truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You all right?
Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that.
What are you doing?
Here we go in the 6th round. They ring the bell, and here we go. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about McRanelli. Here comes round 7. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
The jab doesn't quite connect. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're gonna find out.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Both men step back for just a moment. Misses with that uppercut. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Macarnelli in that last round. There's the bell to start round 8. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
The charts. Good punch. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Caution is being thrown to the wind. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
A swing and a miss with the right hook. Misses with the straight left. Big whiff with the right hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What a tough way to lose it by split decision.
A split decision, I've enjoyed that. I actually forgot the rounds rolled by. The rounds were that close, they flew by. But what excitement. I could watch another 15 rounds of that. They probably can't do it, but we can watch it. Split decision, good call.